So, everyone's used one of these before, right? Who knows how to use it? I would honestly just chuck this away. We're going to go over it because then we can look at common reasons why I wouldn't be kind of heading for this. Now, if you're like into what's that? What's it called where they like do? Pat, you'll know this, where they kind of jump up and then they muscle up. So like realistically, if you're doing muscle ups, you're going to need this. But if you're looking from a physique development point, this is going to be very good for rear delts in the sense that I can take my arms wide, I can place myself in, I can lock in, and I can pull out. So if we look at like a rear delt, we're here. We look at a rear delt row, we're here. So this again is going to place great altitude in that place. Now when it comes to a pull down, look at remember what we were just talking about over there. When I'm here, you see where my elbows are going? And even then when I think about forward, see where my elbows are going? I'm kind of going into my body, where if I can position myself here, I'm going to get more of that, which would be almost impossible to do so from here. Vicky, jump on. Do me a couple of reps using that. So you can see why again. Can we see where this is going? Vicky's mastered this in the sense that she's still driving her elbow slightly forward to get some of that recruitment. So I'm not talking absolutes when I'm saying you wouldn't get anything from a lat. But what we're trying to do is think about how can we maximize training our lat as opposed to just basic. Just relax. So we're going to come away from that. We're going to do this single arm initially. Every gym's got these in, right? If they've not been stole. What I want you to think about now is what we went over the other day pretty much.
Okay.
So Vicky come in for a team session last week and we kind of went over this. So that's why I've kind of watched it. I want to see if she remembers. So.
I'm not aware,
you are. Think about this shoulder down for me. Yep.
Yeah.
And now what you think, elbow forward.
Yeah.
So you can see as well where this is still coming directly down. So just relax. And this is where we can take advantage of using a bench, which we're going to come back to. Now this particular machine for single arm, we need that. I'm going to just change the grip to... You got there we go. Not many gyms have these, but you could get 2 D handles and put them on a bar. So this is where I would always favor a neutral grip. Just grip that again for me. Place your bum a little bit further back. Good. Lock in. So now what Vicky's done is, there, chest up for me. Come all the way to the top. Drop that shoulder blade down. And then think about elbows down in front of you. Good. Can you see how the pathway changes now? She's not here. She's now able to kind of navigate them elbows down into this pocket. So what I want you to think about is driving your tricep down and in towards your body. Come down, there. Can you feel here? Mm-hmm. Good. Go again. Good. Your turn. Yeah, come on. So I just want you to kind of go over this, because you train in the same gym, don't you?
Yeah, so we don't have none of this. Yeah.
So we'll gimmick up something that you can use in a sec. Just give me a few reps. You see how his scapula stayed up then? So come to the top for me. Now before you pull down, I want you to drop your shoulder blades down into your pocket. Good. Now I want you to think about elbows to that machine. Good. Now I want triceps in. Can you feel here more?
Yeah.
Good. Go again. Think shoulders down. Good. Drive that into there. Good. So instead of thinking elbow back, I want you to think tricep in. Good. Try and keep them shoulder blades down throughout. Can you see how? Just relax. Just like that. Put your hands up. So before you come down, I want all this come down. So like your shoulder blade is going to come there, and now you're going to drive down in front of you. And then as you come up, this is going to stay down. So then you're going to come up and then come back down. Give me a few more with that cue. Sit back into it. Good. Shoulders down. Good. Good. Now I think like a pendulum swing. Can you feel more in this?
Yeah.
Good. And just relax for a second there. You see an EZ bar anywhere? We're not going to use this, but you've got like an EZ bar, aren't you? Like a curved kind of mini bar.
What you do biceps?
Yeah. So realistically, if your gym doesn't have this, we'd use that EZ bar. We'd hook these onto that EZ. Imagine this is just that curved bar. Imagine those handles aren't there. Grab those for us. So this is just something you can amend with that bar to replicate what I'm doing here. So then shoulders down. Good. Come down. You feeling here?
Yeah, man.
Good. Think about slowly down. Go again. Take your hands all the way to the top. Good. Fully extend. Now think shoulders down. Good. Now pull. Good. Give me another. Good. Sit your chest onto your ribs. There you go. There. Come down. Good. Take it for a top set. All the way to the top. Think about triceps in. Come down. Good. Go again. Perfect. Elbows down in front. Good. Good. Take it there. Oreo. Good. Drive down. Elbows in. Good. Relax. You can go heavier. Have a little rest. How did that feel? All right?
Yeah, man. Good.
Good. Let's go again. We need like a DJ, don't we? Let's go. Good. There we go. It's got perfect tempo. Does he normally train this slow? Is this his normal tempo?
Yeah.
This is perfect. Good. Nice and slow. Perfect. Good. And then one of the reasons that tempo is quite important is, can you imagine running like, you're pissed up, someone would say, walk a straight curb. Imagine doing that fast. You're not going to be able to do it, are you? So we want to kind of keep as much tension on that tissue as we can. So going at this tempo, we can see that. Let's go. Come on now. I'll take you for 2 more. Drive. Good. Go again. It's perfect. Drag them elbows down. Good. Yes. And again. Drag. Perfect. Give me 2 more. See again, we're thinking elbows down to the ground, tricep into the body. Perfect. Go again. Yes. Go again. Come on. Big deep breath in and pull. Come on. Yes. Go one more. Exhale. Good. good. Big deep breath in. Pull, 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 pull. Good. Relax. Well done, man. Thank you.
You know what? The one thing with it's my breathing. I can never get that right.
It's one of those things as well where we consciously need to think about it, but in that set you've got so much to fucking think of. Like if you had a barbell on your back, you wouldn't fuck your breathing up.
Yeah.
But like when you come to something like this, you're almost relaxed in that sense.
So like every time I do a set, like I'm gonna pass out because I don't breathe proper.
No. Just take a line after everything. You'll soon breathe. Please don't. We're going to set up a bench now and kind of show you the difference in where we can take that. Let me just grab me that bench for me, Juma. So like, what this can allow us to do here now is, again, from a stability point, when we're sat here, we're going to want to lean back to kind of make that easier for us, when realistically we want to stay upright. So now with this, it's going to give me the grounds to kind of lock myself in. Can you see how that now is heading directly down into my lat? I'm not here having to try and create it. I can be sat against this bench, locked in, and just pulling my elbow down into where it inserts. So like, if we place our finger on our top of our lat and figure down, it's going to insert down to here. So the angle where we want to take our elbow is exactly into that spot. So like, can you see how like setting this up is going to allow you to get more out of your lat as opposed to sitting up? Dan, come and do a set. That ended yesterday. Take you for 12 reps. You're gonna have to grab it. Is that weight all right?
No.
Do it with your left for me.
Left.
Yeah. So Dan's gonna stabilize himself against, and he's gonna drive his tricep into his body here. But he's not gonna throw it. I want you to move a little bit slower, and then think elbow into here. See how short Dan really is? His torso's about like an infant. Drag down. Good. Can you get out of here? Can you feel here?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Keep it going. 10 hours later. So when he's at the top, can you see that he's actually being quite forceful to get it down? So like Dan's relying on a little bit of momentum here, which is good, but I want him to just think about dragging his shoulder down first, and now his elbow. Can you feel more then?
Yeah.
Good. Like when you've got as much muscle as this guy, you can throw it around however you like, because he's growing watching this. Is everything good at the minute? No injuries?
There's always something.
Is Cal feeding you what he's feeding Mark? No.
He's eating a lot more than me.
Good, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Good, go again. Think about that elbow down. Drag, drag, drag. Good, go again. Good. Can you see how we were going back to earlier? That rep was really slow then, but he's still putting as much effort in as he could. He's just got to trust himself that though it's moving slow, he can still get it. Go again. Drag. Come on. Come on, get it short. There you go. Now at that point, I would say the set's over unless you've got a spotter. And then from a spotting point, we're not going to do all that much. I'm not going to sit here ragging it around. I can almost just be there in his head, slowly guiding him into where it needs to go. Let's go over to the rear delt pec fly now.
There's no way of replicating that without the bench.
I'd argue and say yes. You'd probably like, so realistically, if I'm sat here, I can't. But then if I can kind of like, if I could kneel down away from it, I could. But then like, you've got to look at it as you're probably going to fail a lot more because there's holding you from a stability point, but you could kneel and stay further away. Or you could probably sit with your knees under and sit further away. As long as if your butt's here, you're going to be here. So what you're trying to create is that angle going down into where your lat is. Right, let's go over to the rear, no. Let's go to the chest supported row. So like, you're going to find that every time you come across a chest supported row, especially one like this, you're dominantly going to find that they're built at different angles. You'll find some that are almost flat like this, some are all the way up. This one is all the way up realistically, but if we look at, do me a favor, two different people, Kaleem and Adam, if I was to ask you to do a bent over barbell row, just get into the hip position, so the bent over position that you would do. Would you do that as well, Kaleem? So, yeah, and yourself. So can you see realistically, these two guys are almost replicated each other's kind of move. So it fucking pointless my question there, because I was hoping they'd both be different. So like, let's say that they went into that position and it was here, right? Who kind of calls this bent over? Yeah, that is exactly that. It's penne. We're literally vertical to the floor. Now what we want from this is, if what we're doing when we're doing a bent over is we're thinking upper back realistically. So we want to be at a stable ground here that we can drive that out. Or if we're doing dumbbells, we want to drive it towards the lats. So this is a perfect angle, and those two guys was at a perfect angle. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to go lats, because we've been doing neutral. So if I'm here, I don't realistically want to be down here, for the simple fact that when I pull back, I'm going here. I want to make sure I'm in a position where my elbows are able to drive back. So now it's chest supported, but my chest is actually hanging over the top.
Where would you put the pad? Because that's what I struggle with, is the pad on my chest.
So it's going to very much depend on where you're trying to train. So if I want to train lat, if I'm here again, I can't. If I'm here, I can now pull that in.
Yeah.
So my stomach's against it as opposed to that. Now again, these are all different. Now if I want to train upper back, this is stupid, because now my elbow's going below. So then I'd go upper chest on and think here. So what we're thinking is elbows out for upper back, elbows in. We're going to put somebody through. Kim, did you say you struggle with this movement?
No.
No? Is that a lie?
No, I actually don't, but
No.
I can do it if you want.
Yeah, there we are. Just need a
gloves
guinea
though,
pig.
if you
Yeah, grab your gloves. So we're going to go overhand grip for Kim, because that's what she's used to. Let me do 15 actually. For overhand, we're going to be thinking upper back. So Kim wants to here. Does your kind of breast get in the way? Is there any discomfort?
No.
No. So potentially, if there is, like, always address that, and let's change the movement. Right, pull off. Right, perfect. So I'm going to grab this. I want you to lower yourself. And I want you to think, here with your elbows. I want you to think outwards. Go a little bit higher with your elbow. There you go, good. So we want to bias almost going into your rear delt. How's that feel?
Yeah. All right.
Good. Take your grip a little bit narrower. There you go, good. Drive out. Good. So think about this elbow as far to me as possible. There you go, there. So we're not thinking back again, we're thinking elbow out. There you go, good. Can you feel it across that upper part? Good. Good, go again.
I'm glad I did pull today.
There you go. Everyone's right up already. Keep it going. Good. There's more there, come on.
All the way.
Yes, and again, and again, and again. Drag it, yes. Good, good. Now what I want you to start thinking is, instead of pulling away, I want you to think about pulling yourself into it. There we go. You see how Kim's chest stayed more firmly against the pad? So if we think about pulling against, that cue is just going to kind of avoid you wanting to come off of that pad. So go again. Yes, give me again, come on. There's one more. Yes, there we go. We beat that one out.
Sorry.
Good. Relax. I'm taking the piss.
How much assistance are you giving there then? 'Cause like,
I'm literally following.
I train alone, and I imagine a lot of people here train alone. So how, from my standpoint, me looking at that is,
So like, for me there is, so
because obviously that dictates the logbook at that point. Obviously,
Yeah,
the weight
so
I
like-
can achieve with you in the rep range is different to the weight I'll achieve in the rep range by myself.
100%, but then for you there is you're going to have, say like, let's say that you write in your logbook, say you did 50 kilo for 8, I'm going to say that. All right, the following week you get 8.25
Yeah,
because you've gone for that little kind of,
yeah, a little more.
yeah. The week after you get 8.5, that's still progression.
Yeah.
And then gradually that's going to be 9.
Yeah.
But then like, if you're using a machine or something like this, right, what's going to almost give up first is this, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always, so then that's where then for me, like I'll dominantly have those clients have rest pause sets or a single rest pause, where because there's definitely more there, but from a confidence point is you're like, I'm done, I can't safely perform another rep. But then if you rack the weight, give yourself 10-15 seconds to just recuperate, you're still in that same set, you're still aching, and you could go and get probably 2 more reps, and then you failed it, and then you could put 8 plus 2. So it's kind of like,
What would you upgrade as well? So if my top set rep range is 8 to 12,
I'd get 12.
would the week I hit 12, week 2 you just want me to go up to the next weight?
Yeah, I'd almost,
Or would you want a week of me achieving a 12 again before?
yeah, like realistically, it could just be fluke that you felt shit hot and strong that day, and you felt good, and then the week after we put 2.5 or 1.25 on, and you literally feel fucking dog shit because you're just going to ruin the rest of your session. And that's dominantly going to be that movement that you've probably progressed, that 12 is probably going to be that first movement, second movement of that session.
12 week 1 and then week 2.
Yeah, match it and then go. So you've now built the ability to reach that rep range, now own it as opposed to just getting it for 1. Especially when it comes to things like, let's say an RDL or a deadlift or a squat or a leg press, something that's going to require a lot more bollocks than say a lateral raise. A lateral raise, I would probably say put the pin up, and now some pin stacks go up in 5 kilos, and that's where you've got to go and grab that 1.25 and put it on the pin. We're going to go over to the benches, and we're going to perform this now with a dumbbell variation with the chest against the pad. Let's go. Anyway,
Before we jump on this one, so say like physique has the adjustable handles in terms of width.
yeah.
Say if you're doing the rear delt wise, where are you going with that? You're going
So
number
like
12.
realistically, can you see like how this is? Can you see like with Kim, she had her hands quite wide, but then like it's very individual because if I stood Kim up against you back to back, you are dominantly wider. So that like what's great about physique is those handles are adjustable, but those handles are also adjustable, but they move. So like if I had that one here, realistically I could still do this because the handles move. So like for you is I'd get my chest against the pad, I'd put my arms down, almost perform just a body weight and see where my hands, so you see like this, my forearm, I almost want it to be here. I don't want it to be bent in because I'm going to take a lot of tricep into that movement as well. So if I'm able to almost think elbows out and keep these almost 90 degrees, let's say, you're going to do that. Does that answer your question? So like you definitely want to bias scapula. So when he means scapula depressed, he means kind of shoulders forward and chest kind of shrugged in. And then when we mean scapula retracted, we mean shoulders back. So realistically, we want to keep that there so we can bias those shoulders. Yeah. Now, there's always going to come a time where you start fatiguing, where that's going to your shoulder blades are going to start pinning back, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like when I gave Kim the cue of pulling against, that was to kind of get rid of that thought process. Right, let's go to dumbbells.